But like, you have like your operators, you know, they're in like chat boxes, so it's basically like, Rubik's cubes that are really just slices of of the dream world. So it's like, you have somebody, and they're sitting at a desk. There's a monitor and a keyboard. You know. So they're sitting at their desk. There's their feet. You know. Right. And like this whole section of the room that they're in is kind of like removed because you're not really talking to the people in the dream world as they are. You're talking to like a slice. It's basically like there are cameras in the room that they're in, and it's basically just like a 3D capturing of where they are. And you are talking to them like it's basically like web chat windows, but they're like 3D, and they're like Rubik's cubes, and they can float on the side of your head over here. So you have these guys, and then you have a lot of stuff. Your terminal is basically made up of like a bunch of like dream cubes or hard drives or whatever, and they're able to project the dream world around your head when you fall asleep. But then when you wake up, all this shit is still there. It's just like cloaked, and then something flies in from somewhere and hacks its way into your terminal, tick 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 tick, and then projects their buddies, over here, these guys, who are going, oh yeah, this person's, stupid, or oh look, a nigger over there, oh look, a nigger over there, oh look, a couple of faggots, right? It sounds like everybody from 4chan is in your head, right? Woo, and you're like, uh-oh, I'm upset, Anyway, so like, that's basically just, spirit world criminals, So like right now, there's kind of like a movement where like you have operators, which are like my employees, right? So like your operators are there to help you understand this stuff and defend you from like all of these assholes and explain stuff to the best of their anyway. They're spirit world assholes trying to, oh, you didn't finish your sentence. Oh, you stuttered. Anyway, so I'm dealing with that. They knew I was going to say that. And that. Anyway. So, that's me psyching them out. Anyway. So, like, the spirit world criminals, they hide in your terminal walls, and then they project stuff over your head, like other people, or like, many people, and so you're just under attack, because you don't understand anything. But once you understand that you have this terminal around your head and body, it's basically like an igloo that's, surrounding you, and it's kind of like, malleable. It can like shrink and expand as needed. And it's made up of like, dream cubes or hard drives or, we'll just say dream cubes, right? And like the dream cubes are able to project the dream world around you while you're asleep, and like you fall asleep and then you're in the dream world and you're running around. But then if you've ever woken up in the middle of a dream world excursion, it's just something that's mapped onto you, and you're basically like still in bed. It's not like your soul is shooting out of your body going somewhere. You're just still in bed, and the dream world's being manifested around you. So, like, it's basically just spirit world criminals who are figuring out how to hack your security system and project shit at you, and like hallucinations, audio hallucinations. That's all spirit world meddling. It's not chemical anything. All right, we're fucking like magic, fucking like whole like the whole thing of science saying that we're like things that can break down and we're made of like physical stuff. They're seriously like omitting a lot of evidence that indicates that we're really like magic creatures, and we can totally not age past a certain point if we so desire, and we excuse me a moment. We have the ability to never get sick. Like if you can anyway, if you can battle off these spirit world criminals who try to project the sneezes at you, it's basically just a bunch of people who are sniffing flowers or pollen or something, or tickling their nose or something, and they're getting ready to sneeze, and then, somebody collects, basically just captures all of their souls, and then reduces their density, and then like this is able to be done. These people can alter the density of a projection. It's basically like projecting something from the dream world at you while you're awake, and then altering the density so that it affects your physical being, your physical body. So, at this point, I'd like to a moment, folks. At this point, it's important that I note that many people are using their terminals against each other and against you, like in the control world, which is where we all are right now. Like anybody that's viewing through your terminals, some of you have your terminals operational and are already talking to your operators. Those people are obviously in the dream world. But you all watching the stuff on YouTube from this plane of existence are in the control world. Some of you already know that, obviously. So it's important that you not try to communicate with me. Anyway, it's important that you all not try to communicate with me with your terminal. Oh, hey, operators. Oh, Greg. No. You don't want to talk to me. Like, utilizing, I call all of this, like the connected everythingness. I've said this before, but it's sit, obviously. So like, so don't use sit in order to try and get me. Greg. I feel a lot of control world people and a lot of dream world people. I don't even care. Like, there's no difference to me. It's just a bunch of assholes utilizing sit. Because in sit, it's everything. Control world people, dream world people. It's just everything with a mind and, and the ability to use their terminal to fuck with the system. So don't use sit to try and communicate with me, because you will find yourself getting your ass whooped. Like, I don't, I'm not lenient at all. It's already stated. It's like, you clearly want to talk to these things, and you don't want to try and hack my terminal, because then you'll find yourself experiencing a lot of, a lot of punishments. There you go. So that will explain a lot. If you're hearing voices, or if you're like if you're new to the world of shamanism, that's shamanism. That's your terminal. That's you like being brought into the game because it's time, and things are just fucking with you because you're not really going in the right direction. Like if you're hearing voices, if you detect other things there, I hear people voices. You want to like start like talking to imaginary friends, and then find the invisible actual people that correspond to those imaginary friends, and then communicate with those people utilizing your imaginary friends. Hey, imaginary friends, I sure hope that the invisible people around me can hear me. I know they can. Huh. I guess those people around me are, you know, doing something. I guess they're trying to teach me something. And it's important that you have that buffer. Because if you talk to people directly, they're going to try and control you and whatever. Like, my employees will do their best to help you, but there's a lot of figuring stuff out that you need to do on your own. That just takes too fucking long. You know, there's a lot of shit going on, and a lot of people think that, like, oh, just let them figure it out for themselves. You know, we have to grade them. Yeah, there are a lot of problems going on right now, and those people need to be brought up to speed immediately. So, that's why I'm on 4chan every day, answering people's questions with legitimate answers. Everybody else is trying to steer you in other directions because they don't want you to know what the fuck is up, because they want to be able to control you. They want to win as many points off of you as possible, and then, you know, ha 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 ha. They want to rule over you. They're, like, people are fucking stupid. So anyway, I'm organizing something, guys. All right. I'll leave this voices. All right. So the voices, they're usually group efforts. Now I've been watching the old Tom Baker Doctor Who episodes, and you know, he uses a term called a gestalt, right? And a gestalt is a group effort, or it's a multitude of spirits working together in order to have more power. They're consolidating their power in a. I used to call them Voltrons. In that Voltron is made of, you know, different things. You know, legs, arms, and the head. You know, they're 5 separate people forming one thing. So I used to call them Voltrons. But it's really this. You have all of these people here working with their hierarchical system and whatever. Or you have all of these people forming a character, right? So you have a character. You have a character like Jesus or Joan of Arc. You know, Joan or Jen, you know, or Moses, you know, some character that these people are manipulating, or that these people are thinking of, and it basically, I'm using this term right now, it basically forms an Iron Man suit, right? Now, the Iron Man suit is powerful, but anybody can get inside it and use it. I mean, not really, because there's some sort of like security system, but like, for the sake of this argument, or example rather, the Iron Man suit is what these people build, you know, in this character, and then people take turns being this character. Like, the character has, like, you know, there's a pilot that gets into the suit and is able to, like, work the magic, right? Like, so you have all the people, and they're putting all of their power into the character, and then you have a person that's able to be the character, you know, somebody who's Ben Moses, you know, in certain individuals' dream world excursions. So we'll say that, like, you know, some Christian or Jew is, like, smoking weed, and then, like, they hallucinate Moses. Hey, how's it going? You know, you have a lot of spirit world, like, criminals impersonating these characters. So, like, what's happening is, like, somebody's impersonating Moses, and then they're getting all the power of the Jews and whoever else is supporting this character, and then with that power, they're able to override your terminal and project, you know, just garbage at you. Things. Now, the thing is that, like, if you try to talk to the voices, you won't get a lot of answers, or you may not get any answers, because the voices are just like a bunch of people who are being projected at you in like emotion form, or in like just like a general, like, you know, mass, like a mass a mass mind opinion.